Hi, I'm Nancy with Factory Direct Crafts, and today we're making candy cane ornaments out of rickrack. So you're going to need two colors of rickrack, red and white, jumbo. You want the big stuff. You're going to need 3/8 inch green ribbon. You're going to need pins, like for sewing, and stiffener, fabric stiffener, a paintbrush, red thread, and then I'm using gold glittery thread for the top. One little bead to put in the center of the little poinsettia on there. A glue gun, and this handy little piece of cardboard, I put strapping tape on it, and so when I do my fabric stiffening, it won't stick to it when I once it's dry, okay? It's really a handy little thing to have. So let's get started. First of all, we take our rickrack and we're gonna just weave it together, back and forth here. And that's all you do. Work it back and forth. And now how I'm doing this, I didn't tell you how long. I didn't have you cut this first because it really depends on you how big a candy cane you need. Now I'm gonna cut it. And let's see, here we go. Now I'm going to start pinning it to this cardboard that I told you about. Let's see, yeah. So get the one edge pinned down, and then it'll get easier to work with. Okay, get your turn done in here. Hold it straight. There's the candy cane shape that I want. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make this flower because I'm going to stiffen it too. So I take the red rickrack and I'm going to go back and forth till I have 7 points. Now you just fold the points together, accordion. Back and forth and back and forth, the full up and down thing until, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I want 7 points. Now I've got to run thread through all those. And that goes right in the middle. So I can go ahead and trim this. Okay, and I have my thread all ready to go, and then just go down through that inside edge of the rickrack where they're folded, trying to get through the center of the edge. Okay, here I can trim my other side too. Okay, and then just pull it through. And leave some sticking up because I'm going to just tie a knot with that thread that's sticking up. Trim this so you've got some to work with, like an inch and a half. Tie that knot, and you want to tie it tight. It'll look better. The flower will come out better. Okay, so it's all tied. Now I'm going to sew a little bead on the center, for the center of the flower. Come up through the bottom with the needle and go through the bead. And I'm using silver. Give it a little color and go right down through. That's good enough. Then just tie off that. And you're going to work your petals around and get them to look right. Work with it a little bit because you're going to stiffen this too. Okay? So let's see. Actually, let's go ahead and put our ribbon leaves on too, and I'll go ahead and stiffen those. And so cut like 3.5 inches or so of the ribbon, the green, and cut the ends at an angle. like that. And I'm just going to hot glue that on the back. Okay, so put some hot glue in the center there. And put down one side. Put a little hot glue in the middle. And fold it over. Now look to the front. And make sure you like how it's looking. Okay. How you got it coming off to the side like that. Yeah, that looks good. Careful, it's hot. Okay. Now I'm going to pin that to the cardboard just like I did the candy cane. So now I'm going to get the stiffener. I got to shake that a little bit. Put a little bit on my craft paper stuff. And now I just paint this all over the candy cane and the ribbon. Okay. And I found it's best to do 2 coats on the top and then turn it over and do 2 more coats on the back side. The candy cane is what needs it on the back side too. The flower you wouldn't have to. But the candy cane has to be flat and stiff. And I found that just 1 coat or just the front, it just didn't hold good enough. So, and then let it sit overnight too after your last coat. I think it's only like 20 minutes or so between these coats, but then let the whole thing sit once you've done the other side too. Let it sit overnight. And I'm going to put a little glue also in the ends here, on the end pieces, to hold that down together on the end piece. And just push it with your fingers, get it just how you want it, okay? And then, like I said, do the flower too. And that's how it's looking. So we're going to let that dry. And I have one here that's all dry overnight. It has 2 coats on the front, 2 coats on the back. And it's real nice and stiff now. And here's my little flower. And all I'm going to do now is hot glue that on. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do my thread holder at the top first, because then I won't mess up my gluing job. So I'm just going to go in the top, middle of the top of the candy cane, run it through. It's really stiff now. That's how you want it. And let's see, there we go. Cut it however long you want it and tie a knot in the top. And that's how it's going to hang on your tree or on a present. Like that, that'd be cute. Okay, now hot glue this. So just put a pile on the back here of the ribbon area. And it seems to hold really good at the ones I've done. And aim your greenery out. Just like that. And it's all done. Thanks for watching.